everyone, it's Emily here. I hope you're all having a beautiful day so far. I am so excited about today's video because we are going to completely transform the living room. It is something that I've been needing to tackle for the last 2 years and I am finally adding it. It is going to complete the space. It's going to make it feel warm and cozier. And most of all, I hope this helps you out in decorating your home and everything. So I am really excited. I've got so much to share with you in today's video, giving you decorating ideas and tips and everything. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an upload. I love to be able to inspire and motivate you here on my channel and everything. And all the things that you've seen in today's video, if you like any of them, you can find them in the description box below this video, which is just tapping the more button right next to the title or the arrow underneath the screen, and it will take you to all the links. I also post on Instagram and I like to know it daily, sharing different deals and design boards with you, so you can follow me on there as well as my blog. But yeah, we got a lot to get to, so let's get started. I'm gonna be adding curtains. I know you're thinking, Emily, it's only taken you 2 years. I know, it's taken me forever to do it. And part of the reason is because I love looking out the tall windows to our view and everything and seeing all the trees. And so I never wanted to take away from that, but it needs to be added. Each year I have done different things to our living room to make it feel warm and cozier and everything. And this is going to make such a difference. It is going to actually complete the space. Now, if you don't want to do curtains, you could totally add shades or whatever you want, but you're gonna see how big of a difference adding curtains does to a space. It doesn't matter what space it is in your home. It's like the earrings to your outfit, the lipstick on your face. It just makes such a difference. Let me show you the 2 curtains that I got for the space. I ordered these set of curtains a few weeks back. This one is really pretty. It's a very nice, light, creamy tan color. It looks beautiful against the white walls. They're both light filtering, but they do come in blackout, but I thought that would make the room too dark, so I didn't get those. And this one is a really nice gray. I love the heather detail to them. Beautiful linen cotton fabric. Really like these, but I also have in the dining area these really pretty velvet curtains. They do come off peachy looking, but they're not at all. They're beautiful, like camel beige. They're just gorgeous. So I might give these a whirl too, just to see how they look, but I think the light ones look good. To hang your curtains, you're going to need a few supplies to make the job go a little bit easier, especially if you're doing it yourself. So first up, you're going to need a measuring tape. That way you can determine the height that you want to take your curtains to. Usually the taller you go, the better, because it draws your eye up. And then you're also going to want the measuring tape to determine how wide you're going to go on the side of the windows. The wider you go on the side of the window, the larger the window will appear. So typically you want to go around 6 to 12 inches, somewhere in there. It's all personal preference again, so you do what you like best. For me, I got to take into consideration, I have these built-ins right here, so I can't go 12 inches to the side, okay? Because my curtains will be hanging on my shelves, and I also have a doorway to consider. So think about that when you're ordering curtains. Most curtains that you can get at the general store are usually 52 inches wide, so keep that in mind if you're going to be shutting your curtains. If you shop online, like on Amazon and stuff, there's a lot of custom curtains that you can get from 20 inches wide all the way to like a 200 width. Lots of different sizes to consider when you're measuring out your window space. The next thing you're going to want is a stud finder, okay? Because you're going to want to know if you're drilling into a stud or just regular drywall. You want to use drywall anchors. I suggest throwing out the ones that come with your curtain rods. Most of the time they're just junk and they break halfway through. So grab yourself some of these. I got these at Home Depot. A lot of places sell them though, and they sell them in different weight capacities. So this is 75, they have 50. Can do a high weight for it because curtains, that fabric, it may not feel like much, but when it's hanging, it pulls on it and you put your screw right into a drywall, it's gonna rip right out of the wall and you are going to cry because you did all that work for absolutely nothing to see it come down. So get yourself some of these. I'll have everything linked down below like I told you, and then you're gonna want just a simple screwdriver or a drill. This will work well for screwing the drywall anchors into the wall, and then a drill just makes it easier if you're going into a stud. So keep those things in mind. If you don't feel comfortable doing this yourself, grab a friend, a loved one, a neighbor, something to help you. It'll make the job a little bit easier for you. So because I had such a large window space, I worked in one section at a time. That way I would be able to get it level all the way across. So I just repeated the same steps all the way down. I have a pocket hole in them, and then they also have the tabs. So if I was going to hang these with the rings like I was planning on, I would just hang the rings like this. Does that make sense? So let's put these bad boys up and see how good they look. Okay, that coloring is not looking so good, and it's not the look I wanted. I wanted a really nice, soft cream, and I thought these looked good, but with the light filtering in through, I don't love them. So I have some white curtains in another spot in the house. I'm gonna hang those up and see how those look. Don't feel discouraged if this happens to you. This is just something that is part of decorating, trying different materials, seeing how they look. The white softens it up, but I didn't want to do white in here because I'm trying to warm up the space. These were from the guest room in our previous home, and they have a blackout lining on the back of them. They're really thick and pretty, and they are like a true sparkly gray. Not sure about this, but I'm gonna hang up the dining room ones and see what those look like next. It's hard to film this with the light coming through the window so you can see the true color, but I'm really liking the warmth of the dining room curtains in here. The charcoal ones aren't bad, but it's not really the look I was going for in here. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put the dining room color in here, which is not what I was expecting, but you know, it's time to refresh a few spaces, I guess. So even though this didn't go according to the original plan, I'm really liking how much depth these curtains add to the space, being a little bit darker, but they're not super dark to where it feels like gloomy in here. That's something I do not want, is for it to take away the light from this space. And so that's why I was gonna do like the light filtering ones so that they could still be drawn, so let in some light. But I didn't think about the fact that with the light filtering ones that the curtain color would change with the light from the window coming through. So take that into consideration, even though I didn't. I think those would work if I had a slight lining to the back of them. I think that would work. So I have a few that I have on order right now. I couldn't help myself. I just went online and I was like, I'm gonna order these and see what these look like. They're gonna come in a few weeks, so I'll show those to you when they come in. But brighter because of all the snow on the ground. So I'm curious to see how this is gonna look when all the snow melts, which should be in a few weeks, which I'm excited about because then we can decorate for spring. I'm gonna rearrange the living room and swap out a few items. So I like this table, but I don't love how it just kind of blends in with the sofa. So I wanna add a little contrast to that. So I think what I'm gonna do is take that one and swap them and see how different that could look and if it would work. So I like the lighter wood tone, so there's a little bit more contrast with this console table, but I don't think it's the right shape for what I'm looking for this particular spot. I think I like it more streamlined, so I think I'm going to build one the next few weeks. The entryway looks way different having this console table. This one is shorter and it just gives a totally different vibe for the space. So isn't that interesting? You swap one thing and it can look way different. Yeah, I think I like the other table over here, but we'll leave that and see if I like it in a few days. Okay, this is something that I've been looking for a while now, but I haven't found one at a good price point, nor has it been comfortable or the right color or the right look. Well, what do you know? Guess where I found this swivel chair at? You're not gonna guess, I can tell you that right now. Of all places, Lowe's. It comes in 3 different colors. This specific one comes in 2, and then they have a faux leather option, which I was debating about getting, but I was like, I don't want to add any more darkness to the living room. I want to lighten it up a little bit. And this one comes in a cream color and also gray, but of all places, like what? And they had 2 in stock. And I was like, this is a sign. It's affordable, it is comfortable, and it has a beautiful, beautiful look to it. And I was just so surprised. So you never know where you might find a good piece of furniture at. I have bought furniture off of Home Depot and actually Lowe's as well, but I didn't think to look to there for swivel chairs. So, hey, you know, you never know what you might find. You know that the back cushion does have a zipper, so you can wash it, but the bottom one does not. I thought it did, but it doesn't. But I am going to Scotch guard these as soon as it warms up a little bit. That way they hold their color and stuff. But it's a little bit taller in my opinion, just because I'm tall and my feet just touch the ground. So if you are really short, I don't know if I suggest these for you, but they're really comfortable, firm, and just awesome. The fabric is really nice. You can see that it has like 2 or 3 different colors in it. They're just very nicely made. The swivel isn't super loose, so it has a little bit of a resistance, which I prefer. They're just really nice and sleek looking. I love the curved detail to them. But again, they're very comfortable, they're firm, and they're one piece, which is amazing. It's hard to find anything these days that just comes and you get to just put it up. You always have to attach something. Now the question is, do I want to leave them here, or do I want to swap them with the dark velvet chair? We're gonna see what both look like, because yeah, I like to do that. Rearrange things like 10, 15 times until I'm like, oh yes, that's a nice fresh look, you know? It's kind of fun. I think they look really good over there by the window. Just need to set up the other 2 curtains now. And then I do need to get a round end table for here that's large enough, because this is a kind of a bigger space. From Walmart, I like it, but I feel like I want to have a bigger round table. And I do have this little side end table here. So maybe putting this in between the chairs could work okay. Not sure. I like the idea of it being on the end, but this is also good too, but then I feel like it might be in the way of it swiveling. So versus if I have it in the corner, you know, doesn't bother anything, but They've been folded up for quite some time, so I need to steam them and everything, but gosh, what a difference they make in the living room. It's not working. Not really sure what's going on. Okay, if your steamer stops working on you, a little trick you can use is a Q-tip and some distilled white vinegar. And I cleaned this part out and it didn't do anything, but I cleaned the little part that connects the water to the actual handle. Coming out now. Yay! So now I can fix these wrinkly curtains. So I decided to add an accent pillow to the swivel chairs. They don't need it, but I think it's a pretty touch. Add this vase from Walmart and then just add some dried berries that I got from Target last year. Well, I really love the way the living room space has turned out. Isn't it fun to see how one small little change can make such a big impact in a room? The curtains add so much warmth to the space, which is what I was looking for, and also height. And it really doesn't matter what color you choose. So if you get it wrong the first time, it's okay, it happens. That is part of decorating your home, is trying on different things and seeing what fits and what doesn't. But I hope that this encourages you to rearrange your space, swap items from different areas of your home, like I've said in previous videos, because it really can give it a whole new look, just switching out one thing. And I really like the new addition of the swivel chairs. Those add a lot of warmth to the space as well, but also coziness. And they're really versatile because I can rearrange them in the room and I use them in different spots of the house. So think about that when you're looking at different pieces of furniture, how you can maybe utilize it in different spots of your home so it can work for you for different seasons of your life and everything. So enjoy today's living room decorate with me. Give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. That really helps out my channel. And hit that subscribe button with the notification bell on, because I have lots of decorating videos coming out for you and makeovers, and I don't want you to miss out on that. And I'll also be sharing other curtains options with you as well next month. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you for spending part with me. All the links will be in the description box below. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye.